The Lateral line is proudly partnered with Vertex Lubricants. Morning chores and then coffee time. Hot bowl of porridge helps warm your hands up quicker.
And coffee.
And coffee.
Come on, man, we're late. Let's go.
Come on, we're late. I'm not late, man. Nah. You see the full moon?
Go fishing now. Everybody's fishing now. Come on, fishing with me.
Milan is just trying to find a stick bait rod and a stick bait, set that up, and then we're going to go stick baiting for kingfish off the beach. We were here yesterday, well, we drove past yesterday and we seen gannets working right in the corner of the bay, so we jumped out, grabbed the stick bait rod, went running down there, and on Milan's, like, I think second cast, a pack of kingfish ate his stick bait within 10 meters of the beach. It was awesome. Came up and absolutely smashed it. You got it! You got it! You just got owned.
That was super cool. Driving over the hill this morning, we saw some gannets in the bay, and we thought that something's got to be pushing those bait up onto the beach. And it was kingfish. There's a whole pack of them in there. Don't drive away from the gannets. Oh. I've got my good shoes on. I haven't even got my fishing shoes on. It's a solid fish.
It's a
Nathan,
real solid fish. It is when you've only been here 5 seconds.
Worth coming and having a look, eh? Hey, hey, hey. Don't go anywhere. Awesome little stick bait from Daiwa. They're so simple to use. Finding a stick bait that you can just cast and retrieve real easy is an art. How cool is that? Driving down the coast road, going to go kingy fishing, see some gannets diving in and think, let's go have a look.
Let him rip.
Ooh, there's a cold one in the water. Oh, what a way to start the fishing trip. Gonna get another stick bait out there though, because there was a few fish in that pack.
And then only like 2 casts later, NATO completely misses the strike and Milan hooks another one. We ended up having to take that one home because it pretty much just completely engulfed the stick bait. Had a treble hook in its gill, so when we got the treble hook out, the fish wasn't in the best of condition, so that one ended up in the chili bin. And then again, not long after that, Milan goes and hooks number 3 kingfish for the morning.
Yeah, he's going hook up.
Oh, you got him! You got another one! Real big fish. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Milan's getting towed down the beach. I knew I should have had a turn. But he wasn't on that fish very long before it reefed him around a rock that was just out there. The kingfish put him on the rock. I'm pretty sure that the kingfish got off the stick bait because Milan slack lined it a couple of times and nothing happened, so Milan's stick bait was tangled up on the rock out there, and then he was fighting, pulling and yanking, trying to get the stick bait off the rock. In the end, the line finally snapped at the wrong time, or in NATO's eyes, the line snapped at the perfect time, and Milan ended up on his buttocks in the water. Oh, in the water. Milan got owned! Milan got owned! Oh, that's Milan 2 and Kingfish 1. That was good. That was awesome. And that pretty much ended the morning session because we'd left everything back at the car. No trace line, no nothing. So we called it a day right then and there. So then we jumped back in the truck and we were on a mission to go to a rock that Milan had fished heaps of times, but not since his teenage years. Hadn't been fishing there for like 20 years, so he was super excited. Got the tent all set up, and then we're on the mission out there. She was a fairly solid walk. Milan had what he calls a sore back.
Loves it. He loves it. Look at that. First time on the lateral line does Nathan carry the burley.
How do you do it without getting your E-perp and stuff?
It just goes straight on, man. You're sweet.
While I'm on the topic of E-perps, or I should say PLBs, but they count for E-perps too, get them registered. Make sure the information's up to date, because it could help you in your time of need.
It's a windy one. How come every time we come to Coromandel it's windy?
Your burley bag isn't as heavy as my tree stand. Well, you can see some.
Skinks.
What are they? Skinks? Oh, there's one, I can see it.
Coastal skinks.
Coastal skinks. Well, that's pretty good. Something I haven't seen before. I'm a fan of your spot.
Yeah, it's nice, eh? And we've got the conditions perfect.
But to make a long story short, it was 4 burley bombs, probably 3 hours of fishing for pretty much nothing. One leather jacket sighted, and that was about that. So that got packed up and dealt with pretty quick. After yesterday afternoon, pretty much seeing nothing and having yet again another full moon staring us in the face, we thought we'd just come back to the same corner where we seen all the fish yesterday. Hope like crazy that those fish are there again, and if not, we're just gonna fish our way back down the coast on the way home, stop at a few different spots, cast a few stick baits.
Let's go catch some kingfish off the beach, part 2.
Kingfish off the beach part 2? I hope so.
It does work the same though.
Nah, you've always got to be there the day that it happens, right? You could fish here now 10 days in a row and not get one, eh?
Yeah, that'll be us today.
Did I mention on the drive up yesterday we had a full moon staring us in the face for pretty much the whole drive up, which is not a good thing for fishing, although given yesterday morning it can't be a bad thing, right? But one thing I will say is the fish that we caught here yesterday, we caught them when the full moon was right on the horizon. And I've also, on probably like 3 other occasions in my little fishing life, that I've fished on a full moon, and when that full moon has been on the horizon either going down or coming up, we've had an insane like 45-minute bite time. So if you're like us and you're getting caught out fishing on the full moon, then try and target your fishing around when the full moon's going to be on the horizon. For whatever reason, it just seems to be bite time. I think today is one of those you should have been here yesterday deals, but considering we were, it's all good. It's amazing how one day to the next can just be so different. We're going to gap it, but we're going to fish our way down the coast on the way back, but our eyes are going to be peeled the entire time looking for gannets or any sort of workup or any sort of bird action the whole way down, and if we see any bird action then we'll be straight out with the stick bait like we did yesterday. Coffee time. Milan couldn't catch a fish,
But I can find a coffee.
can find a coffee.
Take my life jacket off now.
But you still got your, oh, you have still got your life jacket on.
Super safe driver this one, bro.
The Lateral line is proudly partnered with Vertex Lubricants.